This week I've been listening a lot to Radiohead's The Bends, and Street Spirit Fade Out is one of my favourite songs, and I wanted to do a lesson on it. But frankly, it's already been done, and I was a little concerned about copyright issues or the video being blocked if I did a lesson. What you saw at the beginning was my challenge to you, a little picking study that uses the picking pattern found within Street Spirit. And this idea is really useful. It's something I recommend to all of my students. When you're working on a particular song which has a particular demand of technique, then it's a good idea to see if you can focus on doing a lot of that particular thing, whether it's picking or working the fretting hand. And writing a little something, a little etude or a little study is a great way to do that. So I'm going to break it down for you and challenge you to see if you can get this up to speed. Let's get stuck in. So first, taking you through the chords for the study, we're going to be up in the 9th position, and the first chord is this. Now this is an A add 9 chord. How I think about this is in this C shape under caged, which would be this. That would be an A chord in the C shape with the root note on the 12th fret. But what we can do, because it is the octave of the open string, you open up the string. And I'm also opening up string number 1, which works nicely because it is the 5th of the chord. So this voicing here is root 3, 5, root 5. Now with this octave root note here, what we can do is raise it up a whole step into the 2nd of the scale, but because the 3rd here is present, we name this to a 9. So this is an A add 9. Now what we're going to do here, just like in Street Spirit, which is the inspiration for this study, is we're going to move some notes on string number 2. So what we're doing, going from the 9th to the root, and then to the major 7th. So this here is an A major 7. Don't need to worry too much about the open string as we do that. But you could bar across the top 3 strings for that voicing. The progression, if you were strumming it, would be a count of 4, a measure of the A add 9, and then you have 2 beats A, 2 beats A major 7. Be like this: 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting out this first half, we'd have this nice and slow: 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Important to start practicing the linking up of the A chord into the E, so as you practice it, you then end just upon that string 6, and that prepares you for the second half. The second half of this study, we're up, rooted upon the E on string 6. So it's essentially an A chord to an E. And then we have a B, which we'll get to. So for the E chord, we've got this E triad rooted upon the 14th fret of string 4, 14, 13, 12 is an E triad. Again, we can use the open E string, it's the root for this chord. Now again, to add a little movement onto string 2, what we're going to do is start on the 5th and then we move to the 6th. Like that, but on the second half, on the second time you do it, what we're going to do is move into this B triad, or a B over D sharp. Again, I see that in the C shape, but we're just taking the portion on string set 2, strings 4, 3, 2, and that's walking us back down to the A add 9. So counting out that E section slowly would be this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then you're back into the A add 9. So this picking part that we're working with is going to be down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. hard to memorize, but the key is that you're always picking in the direction of the next note. That's the way to remember this. You pick wherever the next note is. If the next note is on a string closer to the floor, you go with a down pick. If you're moving towards the ceiling, you go with an up pick. I went through this in great detail, talking about alternate picking, inside pivots, outside pivots in a previous lesson. You can check that out by clicking on the card or down below. That picking pattern then is consistent as we're rooted upon string 5 for these A chords. When I move up into the E chords, then it's the same principle, but we have a little string skip to look out for between 6 and 4 as we come from the bass string. Picking is still the same, even though as we go to that B triad, it's all consistent throughout. Okay, so that's the pattern. So there's no real magic to this. The key to it is to work it with a beat. Work it to a metronome, take it slowly. Just work with one pattern and then look to link up each part. So there it is, the challenge is set. Can you get it up to speed? If you did enjoy the lesson, please don't forget a thumbs up and do subscribe if you're new to the channel. As you do so, don't forget to ring that bell. The tabs and the backing track used are available to members of my Patreon group, where you can help support my work for as little as $3 per month. You can find out more about that with a link down below. Down below is also a link to my online shop where you can grab your free copy of Fretboard Mastery, my ebook on how to memorize the notes of the fretboard in just a few days. Do you like the idea of this lesson? Should I put more of these studies together? Please do let me know in the comments. Thank you very much. Have fun with that one. Practice well, and I'll see you again soon.